Okay, let us be cool. Like Jack. Let Jack be cool, huh? Cool Jack. No rocks. No rocks, man. Okay. So as I was saying, um, there came a point in my life when I wasn't satisfied just to do things the society's way, because I was, you understand, I was in that moment of pain, and God helped me, and I understood that life is important, and I thought, why restrain myself? Uh, why make this effort of restraining and not saying what I really think? So then I went into becoming a vegetarian. I quit smoking, blah blah. It doesn't matter too much because I know everybody has a story. This is not about me. This is about some of you, if you watch this, to really understand, okay, really understand that you have to question things. You have to question almost anything. So then I became fascinated with the Earth, outer space, because this is a field of dreams. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's a field of dreams. Outer space, Star Wars, uh, yeah, um, and whatnot. The Star Wars, the sci-fi movies. Here I have in my background, I have the movie called Elysium. It's a good movie, interesting. I still watch sci-fi, even though I do believe the Earth is flat. But it would be nice to have something up there, more than just lights and the dome. But the problem is when you simply analyze what you have, when you take the lies apart, the stories apart, the information from science books, when you really observe stuff, then you see that, man, I really don't see the curve. You know what I mean? I don't see any curve. Um, but then I was interested in outer space. I was interested in okay, let's have Jack in our company. Hey, I was interested in understanding outer space more, into understanding how things work, about the Earth, about the globe, to understand the essential. Okay, how does a planet work? How, and I studied, of course, I studied geology. I studied physics in high school, so I had a pretty good idea. And then I, of course, in my spare time after high school and whatnot, I watched videos, documentaries, and then YouTube appeared, and so on. So I know what I'm talking about, and I was very interested into uh, seeing orbit, Earth orbit video. I was so interested in that. I wanted to see videos. I was dreaming. I used to think I was on the orbit like Superman, standing there um, and just chilling on the orbit. Because if you're Superman, you don't need oxygen. You just stay on the orbit and chill there on the orbit of the globe. So that was, let's say, 7 years ago. And I was just looking for more videos of Earth from orbit because I was so passionate. I always been passionate about physics. I'm not just a I'm not an illiterate flat earther, okay? Because you have, of course, you have this tendency, and the media has this tendency to associate all the flat earthers to people who are uneducated, illiterate, just Bible thumping Christians. No, no, I liked I like science. I understand how science works. You understand? I don't know advanced physics, advanced math, advanced, but I know the principles. I know how it jives. I know how it works. I know what a proof is. You understand? I know this stuff because I'm a scholar myself. I have a PhD, but not in physics, not in geology, not in geography, okay? Not in natural sciences, okay? But I know how science works. So I'm not a dummy from this point of view. You understand? So I just wanted to understand more about the Earth. That was my hobby, watching low orbit videos of Earth. Yeah, that was my hobby. So yeah, that's what I did. But what the hell? Sorry for the words maybe, but couldn't find any video showing what I wanted, which is a larger view of the Earth from orbit. Yeah, to see more and to have some videos um, from, let's say, 10,000 miles, 20,000 miles, because you have satellites there, allegedly. So I wanted to see more about the Earth. You have Voyager, you have all those probes that went into outer space. So I just needed more evidence. I wanted to see more, to admire. You understand? I wanted to admire the globe, but couldn't find enough images. So, and then are all the questions, all the problems with a globe model. You have all the problems like why is that and why is, if you only think about the speed the Earth is supposed to revolve around the sun, which is something like couple tens, uh, like 20 kilometers per second or 40 kilometers per second of kilometers per second. That's a huge speed. When I say 20 kilometers per second, that is just a number. I don't know the exact number, but you understand the idea. So the Earth is revolving around the sun with, let's say, 40 kilometers per second. Wow. And I just couldn't wrap my mind around this stuff. And then I came into contact with the flat Earth on the internet. I found different ideas, different proofs. I saw pictures taken for many miles, 40 miles, 50 miles, 60 miles, and those pictures are quite impossible if you have a curve, if you know what I mean. And then in 2013, I found a guy on YouTube called Conspiracy Dude. He's still around. He has a channel called Conspiracy Dude's Fury. Uh, Man, and he was great. He had some good videos on the flat Earth. He had wow, very good presentation, very good arguing. He had a lot of stuff. His ass used to be beautiful, if you know what I mean. His ass used to be beautiful. He had some very good videos, not only about a flat earth, about conspiracies. They were quite brilliant, and I, I was never interested in saving videos from YouTube, but some of those videos were kind of great at that time. Of course, I saw Matt Powerland, uh, or Matt, what's his name, Matt Boylan, yeah. And this is how it started, and then there was this passion, continuous passion, all those years, from 2013, every year, watching flat Earth videos, proofs, a lot of stuff, until I formed an opinion. An opinion is not an absolute truth, of course. That is my problem. It's impossible to test, to fully test your opinion. It's quite impossible. And I watched a lot of videos from a lot of users, and an important, let's say, pillar in my evolution was a user called Dave Johnson. You may know him. Very good flat Earth videos and some more. And this was my true thing. I studied for years. I just studied from 2013. I studied, and in 2019 I started my channel. So I studied for 6 years on YouTube, every day, watching proofs. And believe me, I didn't see any convincing proof of the curve. Sorry, I don't want to be rude to any of my viewers. I'm not a rude type. I'm a very civilized person, okay? But when they call you different names, they insult you. Idiot, fuckwit, okay, retard, or whatnot. I just can't put up with that. I'm sorry. Not my style. Okay, you just don't know me. You don't know my history. You don't know what I been through. You don't know what I studied, man. I wasn't a lazy type. Okay, I always studied. Okay, and I always study flat Earth. Even proof, or even things that I don't quite understand, I studied. I went into geometry, I went into math. Just not my field, man. I don't understand big arguments about longitude and latitude. But I guess they don't matter if you don't have a curve, right? So for me now, it's important just to, if you do believe in the globe, just show me the curve, and that will be that. Okay, show me the curve. I wanted to say a lot, but Jack here was opposed to this idea. In vino veritas, I needed the wine to apply the in vino veritas, but I just used Jack here. The globe model doesn't make sense from a lot of points. Okay, for example, the moon and the sun. Okay, when you have that eclipse, the eclipse, uh, they are the same size at the eclipse, but this is quite strange, you know. Wouldn't it be simpler just to admit that the moon and the sun are the same size? So that is a big glitch. And if you study some astronomy, you'll find that the moon uh, is, they say it has a rotation. It's rotating on its own axis. But even though it's rotating, you're only seeing one part of the moon all the time. And that's so strange. It's rotating, but you only see one part. So there's a lot of problems with the globe Earth. Big problems. I won't get into that now. I just wanted to say flat Earth is important, and this is what me and Jack here say. We are matured. We are matured, and this is what our mature point of view. We are matured, Jack and I. Yeah. Okay. I wish you all the best. Have a nice week. Hope all's good for you. And let's see what more videos I can put to discuss this topic. I do believe the earth to be flat. Uh, I don't have the right arguments. I will put them together sometime. But don't you think they let me put it this way, why do you think they have all these GoPros cameras which use fisheye lenses, and they are distorting the view, the horizon, and you always see the curve? Why do you think they have this? If you have a curve, why do you need this deceivement? Okay, you can go further and say on this line of conspiracy theory that in fact they are using this fisheye lenses to create the idea of a hoax, for you to say, well, they have something to hide because they use fisheye lenses, but in fact there's nothing to hide. There is a curve. Whatever, man, whatever. Everything's possible. My instinct tells me they wouldn't use this fisheye lenses, fisheye cameras all the time when filming in the upper atmosphere if there was a curve. So they need to induce the idea of the curve to the people. Of course, the ISS pictures, they can be falsified, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Come on, let's get real. It can be falsified, no problem. No problem, man. So this is my problem, and yeah. Okay, see ya. Have a nice one.